Hello, my fellow Namekians. We are back again, doing another top 20 of SNES games. Today, I have with me a few returning people and one extra person. I guess I'll go in order from how Discord is showing. First up is Ob. Welcome back, Ob.
Hello, hello. I'm back.
Next up is Blaque Pauldron.
I am Blaque Pauldron.
Howdy. It is.
He is black, and he is bold.
Then it's Cherry.
That's me. Get out now while you can.
You're stuck here forever. Next up is Kaz.
So when do I get the free pizza I was promised?
Next up is the newcomer, Lux Gamma.
Anyway, yes, hi. It is I, the Frenchiest of fries.
Ew.
No.
French.
You're French?
No, but you are.
I'm not.
Do not lie to the Canadians.
Anyway, we're here doing our good old tier list. And yeah, we'll start from number 20 and make our way up. And how we are doing it this time is we went through debating which of these 20 games we would want to add to the list. And then we each made our own tier list. And what we're going to do is go through each number. And on each number, we're going to say what we put in on our tier list. So it's going to be different answers for every listing. And basically it's just going to be discussion of why you picked that and group discussion of, hey, what's the group's actual favorite top whatever placement this is. Out of the 6 games that were chosen, which one is actually on this tier kind of thing. I don't know if I explained that right, but you'll see how it goes. Alright, so first up is number 20. What is your guys' 20th spot?
SimCity.
Halo Reach.
NBA Jam.
Okay, so we have SimCity, NBA Jam, Cherry,
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam. Wow, that's 2 NBA Jams. Pauldron.
I couldn't put one together.
That's fine.
No.
Personally, I put Mortal Kombat 2. I'm not a Mortal Kombat guy,
Okay.
but I understand why you put SimCity. I understand why you put SimCity, and I understand why you put NBA Jam. NBA Jam is not as good as the arcade version at all. It's a lot slower. I would be okay with NBA Jam going at number 20. I know the lower numbers are just going to be kind of whatever up until we get to a certain point where it's like, you know, the good the good SNES games.
I don't think there are any bad ones on this list. It's just
Well, no, it's just, you know, there's a clear divide. I guess since there's 3 for NBA Jam, I'll put that for number 20. What is everyone's number 19th spot?
Mine was Killer Instinct.
Ooh, hey, mine too.
Oh,
Cherry?
mine was Killer Instinct.
Hey, let's go!
What was it? What number?
19.
Mega Man X.
What the? Why Mega
I
Man
put the
X? I am
games I've
curious.
Never played at the bottom. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's fair. But by that logic, unless anybody else, Ob and Pauldron, have any objections, Killer Instinct's going at number 19.
I think
I think
Killer
Killer
Instinct was
Instinct-
still pretty low even for me, honestly. So
It's
that's fine.
a novel game. It's a cult classic.
Its
It would
sequels
be
are
a
better.
top 80
That's
list
the
I would
bottom
make.
line about it. It's just
It just is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Next up is number 18. Mine is actually NBA Jam.
this is where I put Sim City.
18, you said?
18.
I also put NBA Jam.
This is where I put Mortal Kombat 2.
Ooh.
I've got,
Ooh,
I've got
okay.
an interesting proposition about Mortal Kombat
Okay.
later, and I'll talk about it when we get up to where I have it. Because I have an idea and a theory that we should probably do for
Is a
that.
theory.
Again.
Game theory.
A theory about a game, yes.
So we have NBA Jam, we have Mortal Kombat, and SimCity. What did you have?
I said SimCity.
Ah, well, being that that's the only one on the list that we can put on there. I'll put that there. Number 17, I put Super Mario Kart. I do not like Super Mario Kart. It plays like shit.
Not even N64?
No, it's not N64. That's the reason why it's going all the way down in
That's
17.
funny. I put Turtles in Time.
I also also put Turtles in Time because I think the arcade version is better.
That is right. Yeah.
This is where I put Sim City.
Ooh.
Like bottom 4, just so like easy. It's
Okay.
Like, alright, look, these games are great, but
So we have SimCity, we have Super Mario Kart, we have Turtles in Time, and what's the other one? Or was it 2 Turtles in Time?
Yep.
Alright, well, by that logic, Turtles in Time goes 16! 16.
16. I put. This is so small, I actually can't even read it. What in God's name does this say? It's got a car on it.
A car? F-Zero?
Oh, it's F-Zero. Yeah,
And all the way down at 16?
it's 16.
Well, that's
It's just not my genre, you know.
that's fair.
I put Super Castlevania 4 here, though.
Alright.
It's just mainly because, like, it's a remake of the first Castlevania game with better controls, which makes it better than the original Castlevania, but it just doesn't add anything really new.
I
Yep.
also put
Yeah.
Castlevania 4 at number 16.
That's wild. I put SimCity at 16. But I will say, Castlevania, there's 2 votes for Castlevania. I'll put it over at 16. Because at number 15, I have Super Castlevania. So 15 is Castlevania for me. But we already have Super Castlevania down 1. So what do you guys have for 15?
15. I have Donkey Kong. I can't read this too.
Donkey Kong Country
Yes.
2?
It is too tiny for me to read, but yes, the Donkey Kong. Thingy.
Okay.
I had the original Star Fox.
Ooh.
This is where I put Turtles in Time.
Okay, we're at a
Nice.
crossroad. So we have Star Fox. We have Donkey Kong Country 2. Can we all agree that Donkey Kong Country 2 is a better game than Star Fox?
Do we
Yeah,
agree on that?
I agree on that.
Who doesn't agree with that?
I don't agree.
Why?
With
I mean, Star Fox is obviously higher on the list because I haven't said it yet, and I put
it. I
Donkey Kong
think
Country here.
Donkey Kong should be at number 1.
Who doesn't agree with that, and why are you wrong?
Donkey Kong should be at number 1.
Well, we need to put one of these 2 games here because that's what we voted. Unless,
Are we?
Hmm?
Are we like split between the 2?
yeah,
Oh, well then Pauldron should be the tiebreaker.
Pauldron,
There's only one right answer.
there's only one right answer, man.
I know, but like,
This feels a little racially charged. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What are you gonna say?
so okay, so you're trying to figure out what's the superior game, right?
Star Fox or Donkey Kong Country 2?
I mean, think about what they were trying to accomplish and who did it better. That's what I'm basing my decision on.
Okay.
And it's Donkey.
I can't believe
Is
Donkey
better?
Kong Country 2 just murdered Star Fox.
I know.
Ah.
Wild.
If we were talking about 64 though, there's no Donkey Kong game that beats 64.
I agree with that, honestly.
Hell yeah.
I really like the 64.
All right. Number 14, I have Street Fighter 2.
Burger King foot lettuce.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I put Castlevania 4.
Kaz?
I
Oh, yeah.
put F-Zero at number 14.
I also put F-Zero at number 14.
All
Why
right.
are you copying my list?
I've had
Ob,
this done for like 3 weeks. Shut up.
that is true. Ob, what did you say? I think I heard you say something.
I didn't hear it. I didn't say anything because I didn't make a list.
Oh, I thought you said you chose Street Fighter also.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Street Fighter.
No,
yeah.
no. Did you say that?
No, don't you dare. Not
Did
yet.
you say that or did you not? Do you think Street Fighter is at a number 14 spot?
Yes.
Well, you know what that means though. There's 2 votes for Street Fighter and 2 votes for F-Zero. You know who's gonna be the tiebreaker now. Original Super Nintendo Street Fighter 2 versus F-Zero.
It debuted on the Super NES, right?
It debuted in arcade.
That's neither here nor there.
I mean, it came out on both Genesis
Was it on
and
any other console
Genesis.
other
Genesis.
than the Super Nintendo.
What? Street Fighter?
Street Fighter.
Yeah, it was on Genesis.
Oh, was it?
What? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The better version was on Genesis. It had less slowdown.
Then it's F-Zero.
F-Zero's better?
Yep.
Hell yeah. My number 13 was actually Turtles in Time.
Crazy.
What's your number 13 spot?
13? I put Killer Instinct.
Earthbound.
Earthbound? Dude.
Crazy. Wild, even.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Of the JRPGs we have on here, I think it is, while fantastic, definitely the weakest.
It is the weakest, I agree, but it's not 13. It's definitely top 10.
13 for me is where I put Star Fox.
Oh, so you know what that means? We all have
No.
games that are already on the list. The only one who doesn't is Kaz with Earthbound. That means that goes up on the list. Number 12 is, for me, Star Fox.
I put Street Fighter.
Okay.
I put Earthbound.
Ooh. Okay.
I put Super Mario All-Stars for Super Mario World.
Ooh.
Absolutely disgusting. How dare you?
That's crazy. Because that's like 5 games? All in one game? And that's only at number 12? Jerry?
12 was Earthbound for me.
Oh, piss.
Ah, piss.
Oh, piss.
Piss.
Man, that's wild. Number 11, I have F-Zero.
This is actually where I put Mortal Kombat 2.
Ooh.
Because I put Mortal Kombat 2 under Street Fighter.
11, I put Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World.
11 is where
Yes.
I get killed because
That's insane.
this is where people get violent when they find out that this is where I put Kerbo.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is okay. It's. I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from.
The reasoning?
Yeah.
Because while it does have the super cool 8 games in one, or whatever they want to call it, I feel like the 2 Kirby games we had before brought more of an overall Kerbo experience compared to Superstar.
Okay.
I agree.
Not an
Like, I appreciate it. I think it would have been much cooler if it was just a straight out one super compiled Kirby game. Instead of basically just a collection of mini Kirby games.
So we have Kirby and we have Mortal Kombat. So, which one is the better game?
Kirby.
I personally say Kirby is.
I would honestly say Kirby too, because Mortal Kombat was further down the list for me.
Yep.
Alright. Number 10 for me was
Number 10.
Kirby.
You monster.
Number 10 for me was Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh my goodness.
I'm getting all this shit really close, like to where y'all put it. I put Street Fighter here because again, I think you can't. Like the two are very similar at this point in their life cycle. It's just a matter of how much impact or what your preference really was. So like, do you want the more realistic and graphical story one, or do you want the more I wouldn't really say more down to earth, but the less violent, more cartoony one?
Well,
Very basic in terms of their
He
fighting.
bores people. He sucks his enemies into a black, endless abyss.
Oh, I'm talking about Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Street Fighter. I thought you were talking about
Yeah,
Kirby.
no. I was talking. That's why I was explaining why I put them where it's like you can
Street Fighter
interchange
is
them
less
depending on what
violent
your
for
taste
sure.
is. Like that's
No,
why I
I
put them
know.
next to
I thought you were talking about Kirby versus Mortal Kombat.
No.
Kirby is very violent.
Kirby is a religious monstrosity.
It's made worse than death.
Also placed at number 10,
Mhm.
Street Fighter.
All right. So since all those were already on the list, Kerbo goes on number 10.
How dare you?
Number 9 for me was Earthbound.
How could you?
This is where I put Mega Man X.
Okay.
I placed Super Metroid at number 9.
I did Final Fantasy 3.
Oh!
Oh no!
What do you mean? Oh.
Okay, let me go back. We have Mega Man X, we have Super Metroid, Final Fantasy 3, and what was the other one? Earthbound, I think?
It was yours, Stinky.
No, number 9.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was Earthbound. Yeah. Alright, so Earthbound's the only one that's already on there. So between Final Fantasy 3, Mega Man X, and Super Metroid, which one's the least best game? Which one's
Best.
the least best? Because this is the top 10, technically. So these are all good games.
That's why I put X at it. It's like I think X is like the perfect number 9 games.
Out of the 3 of these?
Like,
Yeah.
Super Metroid is like top 5.
Yeah. And, yeah, Final Fantasy 3 is Final Fantasy 3, so...
Oh yeah, it's not a debate between the Final Fantasy and Mega Man X and Super Metroid. It's Mega Man X or Super Metroid. Which one it goes here?
I would say Mega Man X.
Yeah.
I still stand by Super Metroid.
Lux, what do you think?
For 8?
For number 8. Or
Oh, right.
9.
I don't know.
9.
Yeah.
Super Metroid or Mega Man X?
Super Metroid.
Fuck, that's still 2 and 2.
Pauldron.
Baldy.
You know what I'm gonna
I don't, actually.
We don't.
say. Metroid.
What?
Yay.
There it is.
That is a top tier game. Oh my gosh.
I can already feel so many.
I'm not. I've never understood what was so special about Mega Man. All the games.
Oh wait, you're
Oh
saying
wait.
Mega Man
Oh,
X
oh,
is
I said what's the worst game?
Oh, worst game? Oh,
Yeah.
other way around. Other way around.
Okay, good.
Okay, I was about to say.
Oh,
we're trying to
oh.
Number 9. What
Sorry, I worded it wrong, I guess.
the double negatives, man?
Yeah, really. Number 8 is Mario All-Stars and Mario World for me.
Disgusting.
I put Donkey Kong Country 2 here.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
I think it's just a better platformer. I'm sorry.
I put
Alright.
Chrono Trigger.
Whoa!
Disgusting.
Oh
I can't believe.
Why do you
Wild.
respond so shocked?
Okay, so we have...
Whoa, I didn't even get to put mine. You calm
Oh,
yourself
sorry,
down.
my bad.
Mister.
So, yeah.
Okay, speak up. Okay, do your
Number
thing.
8. Number 8 is where I, in my infinite and superior, apparently,
Infinite
Super
wisdom.
Nintendo wisdom and taste, have gently caressed and placed Mario in his karting adventure. Because you hear me out. I get what you. I understand the control. I get it. It was the first one in their adventure, in their attempt. But it's F-Zero if it was actually more fun to play.
There's also just a more charm to it, I feel, than F-Zero.
And let's be real, if you were a kid with a Super Nintendo, you had Mario Kart, and it was the original lead-in to Pizza Night and Mario Kart.
Yeah, that sounds like awesome.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, so we have Donkey Kong Country 2, Mario Kart, and Chrono Trigger. Out of these 3 games, what do we think is the least goodest? And it's a Chrono Trigger, so that's whatever.
I did.
That's... okay. Sherry,
Yeah? What?
you said Mario Kart,
Yes.
and you still say Mario Kart
I still say Mario Kart.
is
I'm
worse
willing to
than...
compromise on that for Mario Kart.
I
Yeah,
am.
think-
If you really
I agree,
asked
I agree,
me
I agree,
If
I
I'm
agree.
gonna put Chrono Trigger down that low, you'd have to see if I got one of them worms in my brain.
All right.
Toriyama hasn't even.
Number 8 is Mario Kart though. All right. Number 7 for me was Mega Man X, and that's already on the list. So.
I put Kirby Superstar.
Okay.
I put Super Mario Kart.
This is where I placed Mario RPG at.
Well, since yours is the only one that isn't on the list already, that's the one that goes up.
You can already hear those Dino fanboys kicking in my door right now.
You know what's funny? Number 6 was Mario RPG for me.
Yeah, same here. So you're good.
All right. What was yours, Cherry?
Is where I placed Donkey Kong Country 2 at.
See, like all three, like just weird order. Like I'm very close.
Ooh,
Everybody's
boy.
kind of close to each other. This is
Yeah,
weird. I don't
yeah.
like this.
I put Star Fox.
Oh man, the only one that's not on the list is Donkey Kong Country 2.
Sherry's taking over the list. I knew it.
Oh man.
This is my moment of glory, and then I will never have another.
All right, number 5 for me was Chrono Trigger.
You're dead to me.
Mine was Turbo.
Okay.
Mine was Final Fantasy 3.
Ooh!
God.
Ooh! Lux?
For 4? Or no, sorry, for
5. 5.
Yeah.
God, why am I getting my numbers all fucked up?
Numbers are hard.
They are
agree.
hard, especially when you're in the middle of an alliance raid and you're fighting the Thunder God in the Orban Monastery.
Your coming was foretold, servant of Iblis. Or perhaps you serve another. I am Count Sinolfus Orlando. Your journey ends here.
Yes.
Very hard.
Wow. It's crazy.
5, I put Super Mario Kart.
So somehow F-Zero's still not on the list.
Wait, what? I thought it was on the list already.
Nope. So since we voted for Super Mario Kart, we voted for Chrono Trigger, we voted for Final Fantasy, and what was yours, Kaz?
Oh, I said this is where I put Kirby.
And there's Kirby. So the only two that are not on the list right now is Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger.
Hold on. I'm not willing to make that bet. I will argue F-Zero goes to this point.
Yeah, because I don't think we have it up.
It doesn't feel right. It just does not feel right at all.
Because it's not right to put it that low.
Did we all put F-Zero lower than this?
I think we did, but the thing that happened was we just liked other games more than it.
Oh, then fuck it. That shit goes lower. Fuck this shit. Nah.
Is that an automatic 20? I think that might be an automatic 20.
I wouldn't say it's an automatic 20.
We can make 2 versions of this tier list. One is how we've been doing it, where we just kind of go through our list and see which one we picked, and then debate between the ones that we've picked. And then after we do that, then we pick our actual favorites throughout everything, not just the ones that we picked. You know what I mean? So for the first one, F-Zero can just stay out of it. Okay. So the way that we have it for this list, Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger. I like Final Fantasy 3 more. Final Fantasy 6, whatever.
Okay, hear me out. Alright, you're between Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy.
Yep.
What number is this for again?
Number 5.
Number 5, which is technically
when it comes to those 2 games, every character in Chrono Trigger outside of maybe, well, no, every character literally in Chrono Trigger except for Chrono, because Silent Protagonist is developed infinitely more than over half the cast in Final Fantasy 3 or 6 or whatever you want to call it is. The story has no point, like in Final Fantasy 3, where it's just do whatever you want, where it just stops until you go to the final dungeon.
Man, but I think that's cool though. You gotta explore.
I agree. I think it's great.
You gotta explore. You gotta figure out what's going on.
Let me explain. Okay. You go and you're like, oh, we gotta go find your friends. But you don't have to. You can go beat the final dungeon and then, wow, look at that. An entire half of the game you just decided not to play. Wow, amazing. Good for you.
Well, the story-driven game.
Look at these wonderful cast of 12 characters where only 3 of them actually matter to the plot at all.
Well,
now the only thing that I think between these two games that you're honestly gonna sit there and really sit there and think, for me, which do I like better, is honestly gonna be between Kefka and Lavos.
We know which one's better.
Lavos is such an imposing threat that it makes its place as one of the best villain things ever, because you see what it does. Anybody who plays it has known it. They've watched that cutscene where the future refused to change. Everybody's seen that game over screen. Now, Kefka is absolutely fantastic. Love Kefka. Top 3 Final Fantasy villains ever. Everybody knows it. So if we're gonna go by villain, then yeah, 3 is better than Chrono Trigger. I'll give you that one. But I like Frog, I like Robo, Ayla, Luca, Marl, fucking Magus, all better than a majority of the FF6 cast, because like I said, most of them just don't matter in that game. After you recruit them, they contribute nothing. The game doesn't even bother to put who's talking, it just puts the text, because you don't even have to use any of them after that. You could straight up go beat the entire first half of the game with only Locke in your party, if that's really what you want to do.
Okay, but hear me out. Yeah, that's true. But there is way more to these games than just their cast of characters. And, I know this is weird to say about a JRPG for all this, but, everybody in Chrono Trigger kind of falls into their own archetype of what they're meant to do with the party.
No?
Whereas Final Fantasy 3, I'm just gonna say 6, fuck, because I'm not. That game has so much flexibility, so many bullshit cheesy strategies you can do, and so many ways that you can just conquer all these challenges. I don't think Chrono Trigger can match it on that.
Well, let's see. Final Fantasy 6 doesn't have double text, doesn't have triple text. Final Fantasy VI has random encounters versus Chrono Trigger, where you can actually just avoid them and not even fight them if you don't want to.
But I will say, Final Fantasy VI does have the originator of materia. It's not materia, but it's basically materia.
Yeah, the Espers.
And I like that system.
It's only relevant to Final Fantasy, though. It's got nothing to do.
But no, but the way it works, it's just. It just works
I don't
good.
think that can put it over Chrono Trigger in any way. That's just
it's gameplay. It's gameplay.
Okay. Also.
Yeah, it's more of a gameplay argument rather than a quality argument.
Let's also look at it this way. Chrono Trigger has Matsuda, has Toriyama.
Okay, well, if you're gonna say that.
Also because Matsuda worked himself almost to death with the soundtrack, also has Uematsu helping out at points of it.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger has the superior soundtrack.
And there's literally a reason if you want to really like push it even further, there's a reason why after every subsequent release, Chrono Trigger has remained almost virtually untouched or unaltered in almost every way.
Yep. It's perfect.
The DS did add that bonus post-game stuff if you really wanted something extra to do, but outside of that, it's literally always been the same presentation the entire time. FF6 has had constant retranslations, constant additions, constant graphic overhauls in both Pixel Remaster and that god-awful, ugly iOS version.
And 6 is one of my favorite games, but Chrono Trigger is superior.
Yeah, I love Final Fantasy VI. It's still one of my favorite FFs, but Chrono Trigger is just the better game of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Hurts my soul, but here it is.
I mean, villain-wise, that's the only thing 6 has over Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, I like Lavos, but Kefka, I do enjoy Kefka more.
Lavos is a force of nature. He's not even a real villain.
Well, no, it is, but it isn't.
I mean, he doesn't really have a motivation. He's a doomsday device. Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess the only other one that I could really consider, but the problem is that even he had a motivation, and it really wasn't that, was Magus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm happy. Thank you.
That makes sense. You know, that makes a lot of sense. All right. Maybe I should actually play it one day.
I mean, you guys gotta think about these lists.
You've never
lists
played
that we're doing.
Chrono Trigger? We're ending the list. We're gonna go play it right now.
These lists that we're doing are more about experience rather than like overall quality. Like quality can knock stuff down. Like NBA Jam, for example, there's a reason why it's at 20 because it's just a very poor quality game, which ruins the experience.
Chrono Trigger has 12 different
most of the games on here have objectively the same level of quality.
Oh shit, you want to talk experience, we'll get to experience when we hit the PS3.
PS1.
I will die on the hill.
When we get to PS1.
Exactly what hill.
Yeah, I know.
I'll die on that hill too, and you know exactly what the hill is.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII, duh. Or Final Fantasy 9.
It's a giant robot dinosaur-shaped hill.
Alright, what's next?
Okay, next up is number 4. For number 4, I put Donkey Kong Country 2.
That's where I put Chrono Trigger.
Ooh.
This is where I put Super Mario All-Stars in the World.
Alright, Lux?
Is number 4?
Yep.
I put Earthbound.
Alright, well, the only one that's not on the list already is Chrono Trigger, so Chrono Trigger goes at number 4. Alright, number 3. I put Super Metroid.
I put Mega Man X.
This is where I put Final Fantasy 6.
Ooh.
I put Super Mario RPG.
Ooh, the only one that's on the list is Super Metroid. Woo!
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this was obvious, right?
Alright.
We're ignoring F-Zero here, and we all know what's actually number 1.
Yes,
it's so obvious from the start. Like,
I'm just gonna put it up there.
Yeah.
Alright, so
arguably one of the best, if not the best Zelda game of all time.
So the way we're doing this, technically everything went up a list because we're just ignoring F-Zero apparently.
I would say,
wait. Based on how we went through this is the list based on our personal tier list, combining them all together and debating. This is our tier list. Number 1.
My tier list.
Well, we can go through that.
Okay.
This is our combined tier list. Number 1, Link to the Past. Number 2, Super Metroid. 3, Chrono Trigger. 4, Final Fantasy 3. 5, Donkey Kong Country 2. Number 6, Super Mario RPG. Number 7, Super Mario Kart. Number 8, Mega Man X. Number 9, Kirby Superstar Ultra. Or, no, not Ultra. I just like to say that for some reason. Kirby Star Original. Number 10 is Mortal Kombat 2. Number 11 is Super Mario All-Stars Super Mario World. Number 12 is Earthbound. Number 13 is Street Fighter 2. Number 14 is Star Fox. Number 15 is Super Castlevania 4. Number 16 is Turtles in Time. Number 17 is SimCity. Number 18 is Killer Instinct. Number 19 is NBA Jam. And number 20 is, I guess, F-Zero in this case. Alright. If y'all want to talk about your personal list, now would be the time.
I mean, so I put Zelda at 1 and Metroid at 2.
That's all. Yeah.
Oh shit! There we go!
It's too obvious.
I put Zelda at 2 and then put Chrono Trigger at number 1.
I can see that totally.
I'll let that slide, Sharon.
All right. Well, that's that tier list and how we debated, but we can look at this tier list now, and we can actually move things as necessary to our opinions. So, how do we feel about Zelda being number 1?
Obvious.
I like Zelda.
Cherry?
I think of the games that came out in this time period. Link to the Past was like really, it was a really big deal. More so than a lot of the other ones.
I'm emotionally destroyed.
I'm sorry, Cherry.
Alright. Can we all agree Super Mario Kart is way too damn high?
No.
At number 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Better than Mega Man X?
I think the biggest insult here is that Street Fighter, which is the inventor of the fighting game genre as we know it today, is that low.
Yeah, but
I just like every game above it more.
Like the tier list isn't really like, ooh, who did what first. The tier list is what did you personally like the most. So
yeah.
Enough people were like.
So you all are saying that you like Super Mario Kart more than Mega Man X?
Oh no, I don't. I like Mega Man.
Well,
X
that's how
more.
it's currently
That's why it's my top 3.
I agree with this.
Kaz?
What?
Is Mega Man X under Mario Kart?
Yeah.
That's wild. Pauldron, any opinions?
It's just that other X games, X4 does everything X1 does, but better.
Opinion on what now?
Do you think Mega Man X really belongs underneath Mario Kart?
No.
You think it goes above or below? Like
above, for sure.
That's 3 for above, and that's 2 for below. Unless Ob has any opinions, I don't think he does.
Nope, I sure don't.
All right. So the next question is.
I have a general understanding of these games, even though I didn't play them.
The next question is Mega Man X better than Mario RPG?
Yeah.
No.
I think so.
No, absolutely not.
I think so.
I think they're really I think they're tied
Mario
together,
RPG
honestly.
Is that bitch.
Damn.
Mario RPG is a game that by all logic shouldn't exist and work, but it does.
You know, it's a good game. It's like a good, you can clear it in like half a day. It's not that long of a game.
I mean, all these games are.
No. But it's a good game. It's, you know, it's a baby's first JRPG. You know.
Okay, so look at it. I'm looking at it like this. If you're talking about the sheer volume of content, Mega Man's better. To me, they are equal as far as like their entertainment value, but Mega Man is a bigger game.
I think
so
Mega Man's slightly better.
More out of it. But you're doing a lot of in Mega Man though. You're doing a lot of the same stuff over and over again. Like it's a really repetitive game.
Yeah, that is
Whereas
true.
Mario RPG is much more dynamic.
Right.
No, I'm a Namek.
And it's funny as hell.
Hey.
As hell.
Alright. So.
Alright. What if we move Mario RPG over Mega Man X because Valentina has Jiggle?
What in the world?
You got it.
What in the world?
When you hit Valentina in Super Mario RPG, she has Jiggle physics. Clearly
I don't
makes
even remember
it
who
a
Valentina
superior
is.
game.
Correct. That's correct.
I will show you.
Do we see anything that might be kind of weird? Like Earthbound seems kind of low, honestly.
And I already told you what's
I
fucking weird.
I love Earthbound. I think its humor is good. In fact, I admit, and this is gonna sound weird because it's a completely different system. I think it's a game that I can honestly come back to more and enjoy more than like Mother 3. Honestly, which I know isn't on this list because, you know, totally different system.
Yeah.
The problem with Earthbound is it's
grindy.
It's not really grindy, because it starts off that way at the start, but your characters start leveling up so fast the further you go in that it stops being an issue. My problem is that the inventory system in it is extremely inconvenient and outdated.
Yeah.
The combat presentation, like every other RPG we have on here, Mario, FF6, Chrono Trigger, all do it better.
I think it's unique in a charming
That's
way.
about it, though.
It's unique.
It honestly took inspiration, and we all know it, from Dragon Quest with the inventory. But let's be real, and the battle system, like presentation.
Yeah.
But let's be real, like Dragon Quest, we love Dragon Quest, but the inventory system in those games is absolute ass up until like 8, when it finally said, here's a bag for you to put your extra crap in.
Yeah.
So,
I think this is a pretty solid list if that's the case, though. I don't think there's any real issues.
The only... Scroll back down to the bottom. I gotta double check. I still think F-Zero should be above NBA Jam.
I think F-Zero should be like 18.
Yeah, that's fair.
And in retrospect, I would honestly probably move, if we're gonna use this grand list here as our top finalization, I would probably move SimCity down to 19. Because that is no, move Killer Instinct up to 17. And put SimCity down at 19, because SimCity is a very comfy game, and it kept the series introduction, really, let's be real, was on the SNES. But SimCity has a very niche audience, and it's not something you're gonna want to bust out with your friends, but I think it still has more playability than like NBA Jam did.
Yeah, that's fair. So you say like Killer Instinct's better than F-Zero?
I think so, but again, that's because, well, there's more playability in it. You know,
I mean, it is multiplayer for one.
It's multiplayer. F-Zero is multiplayer.
No, it isn't.
The problem with it's not.
Nope.
Are we sure?
That's not
well, see, there we go. It's not multiplayer. You have 4 characters you can choose: Captain Falcon, Goro. I don't even remember the other 2. It was the yellow car and a green car. That's all I remember.
Like what was it, Dr. Stewart and Pico?
Yeah. And like, you know, you at least, even if you're playing Killer Instinct by yourself, you still have like 12 characters you get to pick from to be in that game. So I would say it's the more developed. I love F-Zero, especially because if I remember right, I think it's actually the first Super Nintendo game. If I remember my history with this system right.
It was a launch title.
Yeah, it was a launch title, and I love what it did. It's just it's like Star Fox is for me, where the sequel just does everything it did much better.
That's fair.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright. So I think that's it for the list then.
Yeah, I will.
I'm happy with it.
I will give this list, even though I look at number 3 and I cry. I will cry myself to sleep in my pillow.
So
you do that every night, though.
So the final list
How dare you?
is Zelda, Metroid, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy III, Donkey Kong Country 2, Mario RPG, Mega Man X, Super Mario Kart, Kirby Superstar, Mortal Kombat 2, Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World, Earthbound, Street Fighter 2, Star Fox, Super Castlevania 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, Killer Instinct, F-Zero, SimCity, and NBA Jam. Guys, that is another list done.
We did it.
Next up, if we want to go timeline order, it technically should be PS1. And then N64. Do we want to do that, or do we want to do N64 then PS1? It's up to y'all.
I'm doing PS1 first.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good games on PS1.
All right.
The start of dying on a hill is going to happen. It's going to be painful, right?
I know.
So that's gonna be next time on
I can't wait.
Dragon Ball Z.
Wow.
So yeah, who wants to shout themselves out before I end the video?
Me.
Okay, go for it.
Hi, I'm Lux Gamma. What the fuck did I just say? Lux Gamma. I'm so sorry. I just fused my screen name and my real name. Otherwise known as Anna. I am a Twitch streamer, artist, voice actor, musician, composer, author. I have a published book available. It's called Tears of Dragon Awakening on iuniverse.com. That's small I, capital U. It is also available as a ebook if you'd like to get it, and on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. And my handle on all my social media is just Lux Gamma. LuxGamma.
Okay, check her out, guys. Next up, anybody else wanna shout out anything?
I like lima beans. They're tasty.
Lima beans.
Lima beans.
I mean, yeah, I'll do
Oh.
mine.
Oh yeah.
You know, once again, it is the man in the mask, Blaque Pauldron. Go check me out on YouTube, TikTok, and anywhere your social media is sold.
Hell yeah. As for me, you can find me on the channel you're watching right now. Down in the below this video icon, you can see a subscribe button. You can subscribe to me. That'd be awesome. And hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video or go live on YouTube. That would be a very smart idea. And even if you like the video, you'd be my favorite viewer. Awesome. And yeah, follow me on X, and I'm also on Blue Sky now, apparently too. So go find me there.
Leave a 5-star review at Yelp.
Disappointed.
Yeah, Yelp. But yeah, guys.
Like us on Facebook.
I mean,
Actually, I do have a Facebook page for the Super Namek. Go check that out.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, I'm done. I'm finished.
Alright, we're done. This has been Red the Super Namek, and we are signing out. Peace.
Later, taters.